There's been a lot of chatter recently, and some of it's pretty concerning, especially when you consider what former All Blacks scrum half Justin Marshall has to say. Marshall thinks the All Blacks have been worked out by other teams. Meanwhile, it looks like the Springboks have been stepping up their game. In 2024, South Africa's attack has caught the attention of fans and pundits alike. They've added new dimensions to their game, something the All Blacks used to be famous for but have struggled with lately. Marshall didn't hold back when discussing the team's issues. Traditionally, the All Blacks are known for cutting through defenses like a hot knife through butter, but against England and in that first test against Argentina, they just couldn't find their rhythm. Following the win in the second clash against Los Pumas, as Marshall previewed the upcoming Rugby Championship clash between the Springboks and the All Blacks at Ellis Park, he couldn't help but admire how South Africa's game has evolved, especially with ball in hand. "Sir, the Springboks look more evolved. It's been impressive to me to watch how there's a real difference in the shape and the style that South Africa are playing," Marshall said on SuperSport's Final Whistle show. "I'm not sure whether that's Tony Brown's influence or it's just the mindset that Rassie has told the players. We usually punch hard, but now there's width in our game, and that's why the centres are getting into the game more." Marshall also pointed out how New Zealand's attack seems to be stagnating. "The big debate that we've had in New Zealand is teams have worked out with their umbrella blitz defense that they can shut us down and narrow the field, and it hurts our attack. What we need to do is evolve our game plan to a point where we can beat that umbrella defense and all of a sudden offer something on attack that the opposition are not able to cope with, but it didn't work against England." Despite the tough talk, Marshall did see some positive signs in the second test against Argentina, though he admitted it's tough to judge given that the Pumas looked drained at Eden Park. Still, he believes the All Blacks will take confidence from that performance. "I feel like Argentina won their World Cup final a week before. You could see it in their faces. Agustin Creevy, Pablo Matera, they were all crying, like the emotion was just pouring out of them," he said. "What's the gauge though? Argentina were way up there the week before and they were always not getting to that level again, but if they had a slight dip, then they stood a chance. Then, in the next test, the All Blacks got stuck into them in the first 10 minutes and they couldn't raise themselves out of that emotional drain from the week before. But just to put a positive spin on it, I think it was really important for New Zealand's confidence that they scored some good tries and ran good lines, that Beauden Barrett won off Damian McKenzie. There were some things to like about that performance. So, what does this all mean as the All Blacks prepare to face the Springboks? Can they overcome the challenges and show that they've still got what it takes? Or are they in danger of being left behind as other teams evolve? Stay tuned to Kiwi Rugby Update for all the latest insights as we head into what promises to be an epic clash at Ellis Park.